There we go. Good morning, everybody. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and today's date is Mondays, and it is May 20th, 2024. I want to thank everybody for being here, listening in. Absolutely appreciate it. Hey, and I want to really reach out to everyone here that when I post a YouTube video, you go check it out. I appreciate that. Those that are subscribed, I think you get alerted when I send one out. And I did send a couple out this weekend. I know one was yesterday with some stocks on it with targets and little entry areas, things like that. So thanks again for watching those videos. It's very appreciative. I really like that. Okay, we'll even cover some of those today, this morning, and there might be a couple of new ones here this morning yet. So let's get started. Let's see. I want to read something to you. I should have had it up already. Some headlines that I read. Let's do this. Okay, I want to read something to you that I was watching the boob tube last night, and CNBC popped up on my phone here. So I want to read this. Here's the headlines. Soaring debt and deficits causing worry about threats to the economy and markets. You guys all know how I feel about that, and I want to share with you one more time how I feel about it. I believe one day all that will catch up. I really do. I think one day something will happen where all that talk, all that soaring debt, I think someday it'll catch up to us. It will. Every day, I'm pretty much going to take the bet that it's not going to catch up to us today, because we've been hearing about this for years, and I do mean years. It's not something new. It's not something, oh my God, we just looked under the hood and look, it's been under the hood for a long time. So in one of the videos that I did this weekend, I mentioned that the best successful swing traders follow the charts. Look, they're not idiots. They know that there's something out there lurking. They know that there's bad news somewhere. There always is. But the most successful swing traders simply follow the chart. And they've designed a way in their charts to be successful. And I encouraged, on the video this weekend, I encouraged all the watchers and listeners to the video to go find a successful trader and to ask them what they look for. Because I'm pretty sure that all successful traders are not exactly the same. I'm betting that they look at, there may be a lot of things that all of them look at. There may be some tools that all of them use, but also there might be something unique to each individual successful trader. And I would encourage you to reach out to them and ask them what they do, because I really think they'll tell you. I don't think a successful trader keeps everything a secret. All right, they're good people. So for me, it's simply follow the trend and to allow the price action to tell me that that day that we've been waiting for is coming. And even then, we don't know if it's coming with both barrels. Here's an example. What if today we put a candle in that looked like that? Does that mean that all that news is about to happen? Well, if it is, why didn't it happen over here? What makes today any different than over here? What I'm trying to say is, don't lose track of some of the things out there that's not right, okay? It's not right. And something needs to be done. I totally agree. But I'm not going to, and I don't think a trader should wake up every morning and trade based on fear, based on threats, based on something that they have zero control over. Zero. And that's why I believe following the chart, the trend and price action is the best thing in the world. And I think a lot of traders get away from that because we get bombarded with this crap like this. And that's what news does, you know. Anyway, sorry to be such a preacher in the morning. I just think it's important to understand, do a self-check of yourself and how you trade, and seek out successful traders and ask them what they do. Okay, enough of that. So here's what I'm going to simply look for. You guys all know it, and that is I want price to lead the T line, the T line to lead the trend indicator. That is bullish. It's just the opposite to the downside. I want price to lead the T line and the T line to lead the trend indicator down. It's just like that. And what will happen is if you look at a chart longer term, you'll see where you have those ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, where all those things come true. Every single one of them, every single time. And you trade, what I want to do is trade within that trend, whether it be up or in that trend down. And I don't have to worry about any outside influences. Makes it so much easier. If I'm concerned about an outside influence, I sit on my hands. I pump the brakes, close out a position or two. It just makes good sense to do that, okay? So right now, I think we're still bullish. It does look like, what was it, Friday, Thursday? This little shooting star on Thursday is still holding us back. It does look like that. Until we get through that, I think that's something to keep an eye on. The T-line is still bullish. So as long as price stays above the T-line, it can do whatever candlestick it wants in here, whatever worrisome or bullish thing it wants in here. Overall, the trend is still up, and the buyers still have absolute control. And in my opinion, at the moment, the sellers don't have a clue, and that's okay. All right, let's take a look at a few trades here. Boeing. Now, you guys know how I feel about Boeing. Be careful if you're going to trade it. And believe it or not, I'm thinking about buying some. For those that don't know, I believe Boeing still has a world of problems, and you have no idea if they're going to show up on the news 5 minutes from now. And the news could be something horrible, could be something bad, and just drop Boeing back down to the abyss and move lower. But right now, the chart is setting up pretty good. Where's my little pin at here? Pin, there we go. We've got a nice little inverted head and shoulders. This is one of my two favorite reversal patterns from the bottom. And you can see we've rallied up. We've just gone sideways. And then we've got this bullish engulf here that took us over the 50-period moving average. This is a rounded bottom breakout for those that don't know, which means we are looking for a max target of the 200-period moving average. Now, the chart can go higher, but to be called a rounded bottom breakout, that's our max target. So right now, what are we sitting at here? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 11, maybe 12%, depending on where it's bought. I'm looking to buy this one right in here. As far as a stop goes, it's pretty simple. Ask yourself why you like this chart, and then you'll know where your stop is. For those that have asked themselves that question just now, and for those that don't know the answer, catch me in the room after the market opens up, and let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about that. Another one. Oh, here's one. I am so going to buy this. I say I'm so going to buy this. I kicked myself because Friday I was out and I didn't see it. So when this candle started to pop up on RIVN, yesterday, Friday, I was out doing other things and I didn't see that. Totally missed it. I got back in the room and I looked at the chat afterwards, and I noticed a couple of people have bought it. Oh, I was just to myself because I've been watching it and waiting. I would have bought this hands down Friday. So I am hot to trot this morning on it right away to get in this thing. RIVN here. Make sure that your stop is in. Let's see. How about some CDE? Look at CDE here. Moving up, very nice. Beautiful trend. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. You can see how that weekly chart has broken out of the 200 period moving average and the 500 period moving average. So right now, to me, this thing looks like it might be trying to get up. We'll go right here. Yeah, it's good enough. Up toward that $7.60 area. So I'll be shopping for an entry in CDE. Now, there's quite a few gold charts out there that look pretty good. This isn't the only one we're going to be looking at. When I was doing scans over the weekend, that's just one that kept popping up for me. So I put it up there. But there are a lot of other gold scans that are looking pretty good. Let's take a look at CDNA. See how we're consolidating in here? The T-line is starting to catch up. That's what I want here. Now I'll be shopping for an entry in this one. And, we'll start looking maybe for that 18-19 area up here. Yeah, 18-19 area up here. URA. URA. Let's not miss out on some uranium. We take the weekly chart. Look at that weekly chart. Nice down move. Here we've put this bottom in and we've popped up, pulled back, and we're starting to move up again. So let's put a line right there. Okay. So you can see we've broken out, and I think that's great news. So from here, I definitely see some upside here. I'm going to go to a monthly chart just so we can see the whole picture. Let's put a line right here on the monthly chart. It could be tightened up a little bit looking at the weekly and or the daily chart. I'm going to put a line right here, just looking at where price has been. Now let's come over here. There's some upside targets for URA. I think it needs to set up more for an entry. And of course, members, anytime we buy something, you're alerted through the app there, okay? So keep an eye on this one. Hood is actually doing really well. We've got a nice little bottom here, rounded bottom here, moving up. I'm looking for 2150, 2330 as some targets. We just need to let that set up for an entry or even break out for an entry. A lot of traders look for the pullback. There's also a lot of traders that look for the breakout. When you think about it, all of us are trying to negotiate an entry, but we're all looking at the same targets. Just think about that, all right? So there are going to be people that get dynamo entries. I mean, just super, super duper great entries, maybe down here. And then there's going to be traders that get entries up here. This doesn't make you a bad trader. This, you might want to look at maybe trying to mix it up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with buying on strength. You just have to be careful that if the market starts to roll on you, move down, that just about every chart you're in will feel the brunt of that. So, it's just a matter of having more patience maybe. Wait for the stock to pull back. Well, what if it doesn't pull back? Look for another one then. Be picky about that. That's one answer. If you find yourself always buying charts up in this higher range, and then it's always pulling back on you, then maybe the thing to do is write down exactly what you want. And it's not more charting you need to help with this. It's patience is what you need. So the one thing to do is design a way to follow that stock and alert you when it's right. That's what I use the LTA scanner for. So when it's down and maybe the bulls are stepping in, I get those alerts. And then we can choose to buy them. Okay? So it's not more charting necessarily in that case. It's probably more toward a patience issue. Alrighty, I have yacked on here for 15 minutes. That's plenty long. We'll see everybody at the bottom of the hour. And I want to wish everybody a fantastic week. Make twice as much money as you did last week, okay? We'll see you in the room when the market opens up. Take care and thank you.